Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess, with me, the Doctor. In the last episode, we worked our way through much of the City in the Sky. We obtained the double claw shots, which allow us to Spider-Man around hilariously. It's such fun. Now we're fighting Deku Babas, which were weirdly just made a return there. I suppose they're an enemy that can menace you in the skies as well, so... Now we basically got the goal of working our way through the rest of the dungeon with the intention of the main thing we're aiming for at the moment is Big Kitty. Oh, cool. I've got the Great Spin. What I'm waiting for here, though, is a P-Hat, which is taking its damn bloody time to get across here. But, there it is, I believe. I think I just did a shield attack there. I was scratching my nose. Yes, there we go. There's a lot of P-Hats are the main method of navigation around this room, in which you can see there are a room. Wow. Where's the music gone? Too spooky. Man, it's completely gone. That's super sinister. Ah! I was probably trying to load enemy music, but we just weren't quite close enough to hear it. It might have been in one ear, it's possible. There are times I've made a twat of myself on recording by doing that, by not hearing a sound, because basically... So I have a little mixer. I may have told this story before, I'm not sure. Ha, that rhymes. Oh, there's a chest over here, by the way. Yeah, I've got like a mixer thing, which you can put multiple audio sources into, and it's just outputs one. So I have my computer, my Wii, and my microphone. All going into that, and I can just listen to all of them just through the same set of headphones. Really handy. Issue with it is it is not stereo. Therefore, it means I only get one ear. I believe it's the left ear I have, which is all I hear. So I hear left ear in both, like it goes to both my ears. Make sure, by the way, at this bit here, make sure you lower down, because otherwise you will get clipped by that thing. I'm just going to hang on here for a while because we need to do something over there. But yeah, so I get the left ear through both my ears, so it just feels normal to me. But if stuff is particularly stereo, like claw shots are a big one. If Link uses the claw shot that's in his right hand, I don't hear the sound of it firing out or retracting. So I do with the one in the left hand that does that. So this I can hear fine, going wee. But if it's the other one, I don't hear it. I just hear the plonk of it firing, but not the sound of the ding as it comes back up. It's very strange, and occasionally it means I'm just like, why can't I hear the thing? Because it's only in one ear, and it makes me look slightly stupid. Anyway. You'd probably forgotten about Poe Souls, hadn't you? But yes, they're absolutely still a thing, even in this dungeon, though. There's only two of them, and the first fucker's here. Let's do a murder. And while we're here as well, I wasn't kidding about the sheer number of chests here. Apparently you have to be human to open this chest. And indeed, a purple rupee. Already we're up to 600 rupees, wow, 550, that's pretty good. And now, oh, that's a cool thing. You can see the bloody dragon circling up there in the distance, so that bit with the pillars looks like that's where we're likely to fight him, because that's where he is. Also, strangely enough, on the map, that is a I can't bring the map up at the moment, but that's a large circular arena as well. Anyway, let's wait for this P-Hat to come closer. And we grapple onto him, and at this point, do not give in to your greed. Yes, it looks like there's a chest there. No, you can't get it from this P-Hat, or from the P-Hat we're about to switch onto, or any way in this room. You have to access it from that door that's to its left there. Once we're through here, we need to grapple onto, there's another P-Hat there. Wait for him to be right in the open here, otherwise again, that crack will kind of fuck you. Yeah, that sounds rude. And then we can just position ourselves so we're right on this crack. And we wait. There is a chest down there in the corner. I think it only contains, as far as I'm aware, it's either bombs or arrows, so I'm not even going to bother getting it, because then you have to redo all of this again. It involves a lot of waiting around and a lot of hanging around. I'm funny. Anyway, through here. Yeah, that was, remember a couple of episodes I talked about the creepy thing in the music. If you hadn't heard it yet, there it is, going... Anyway, this is a gorge that's only crossable by P-Hats. There's a couple of Argoroks here that will potentially try and fuck you. We actually want to go to the right eventually, but for now we're actually going to go back to the left, because you remember that greed I just told you not to give into? Good, well done. You were patient, viewer, and your greed has been rewarded. Your patience has been rewarded. Your greed's not been rewarded at all. That was the whole point. Indeed, you come through here, and now you can just get this chest normally. And it contains... another piece of heart. That's the second one in this dungeon. Only 4 left in the game now. That's incredible. Which is amazing. That's incredible, which is amazing. Good one. Let's head back over to the other side of P-Hat Gorge. Now here we do actually want to continue along normally and drop down, and we reach this large central area. Now, first things first, there's a couple of Dynalfoss around here, and you want to take them out as best you can. You have got the drop on them here, so you can try and use bomb arrows, but to be honest, the... just missed. There is literally a frame where you can use the finishing blow on it successfully. I'm going to try and get it, but... Oh, that one just gave me a heart. Yeah, there's sometimes think of a purple rupee. Oh, wow, I went full Bruce Forsyth there and just went see if we can kill this fucker. Oh, right in the neck. Never saw it coming. Another heart. Man, this game sucks. Anyway, now, we get to do something unusual, which I was bitching about not having had the opportunity to do for a while, which is awesome. We get to use the double claw shots. No, that's not it. We also get to do some shooting here with the bow, and that's also not it. Up. No. Go away. Yeah, there's a couple of Argoroks here, and you'll want to take them out before proceeding. So, shoot that fucker there, shoot that fucker there, that fucker there, and there's another one over there, but he's not actually going to bother us. What we need to do is wolf up. Yes, that's still a thing occasionally in these dungeons. And, because these tight ropes, I believe you can only cross in wolf format. So, it's nice that they haven't completely forgotten about Wolf Link in dungeons, just mostly. Anyway, if you look over there, you'll see there's something floating there. We'll come back to that a bit later. But that's a fairly easy one to see, which is handy. What we want to do, though, is be in the middle. Because there is a room here, which we can enter. Now, this is a weird room. Because it has this kind of sweeper thing in the middle and 2 Helmasaurs in it. Getting around it is done. Oh, dear me. Getting around it is done. Man, he came out of nowhere. He's just completely... Move, man. I literally cannot move. That's infuriating. Can I... Ow. Well, thanks, game. You fucked me. No, I am completely trapped here. There we go. Man, I was fortunate to get glitched out from behind him just as I got glitched in behind him in the first place. Motherfucker, that shouldn't be allowed to happen. Right, I'm just going to ignore him. He's just being a prick. So I'm just going to come up here. And now from here, we can grapple onto this thing. And then we need to put on the iron boots to pull this thing down properly. Whee! So, that stops the fan and also delivers us handily to the big key! We're really making some progress now. Oh, Helmasaur again! Oh, Helmasaur again! I'm just going to run the fuck away before anything bad happens. Let's head back outside. You can lower yourself down into the room that's underneath you there, but we actually don't want to do that for now because we want to get to that Poe. And in order to do that, we need to go back over here and back up to the tight-ropey section. And from here, we went right last time, so we're going to go, of course, left this time. Now, here is a Argorok you do have to potentially worry about. I also hear another Argorok, potentially, because I heard... Yeah. Let's bring up the bow and arrow, shoot that guy. And then there are some skull wall toolers on there. Yes, they're apparently still a thing. And will fuck you if you try and climb across that without taking them out first. You can skip most of the annoying climbing just with the claw shots there. And then I believe we're safe about here-ish to drop down. Ooh, man, threaded the noodle right there. Gets us 20 rupees, but that's not all we were here for. If we also wolf up once more, then we can cross these things. And we saw him earlier, and indeed here he is. It's easy to spot that one, but not necessarily easy to get there. Like, no. Oh, well, apparently we're reversing along here. That seems safe. There we go. Wow, that's a dangerous maneuver, Wolf Link. Anyway, from here we can... Actually, I'm not even going to use the Dark Circle because it's a bit dangerous up here. Oh, okay, I'm going to use the Dark Circle. That was a lie! Let's kill him. Oh, bloody hell, I just missed! That's not alright, you can't just miss! Ah! What the hell? Some kind of super Poe. They know that their numbers are becoming few, so they're really putting up a fight. Let's kill him, rip his soul out, and get this chest. Get this chest. Which contains another purple rupee. Man, 617 rupees now. That's pretty damn good. Anyway, we stopped the fan in the central room, so we want to enter it, but from the underneath this time. You can lower yourself down into this room from the one above as well. They are completely connected like that. But obviously I want to go outside to do the stuff with the Poe and the chest. I could have also done that while I was earlier out there, but maybe I'm just not that efficient. This grabs us a red rupee, And if we just grab some of... Oh, dear me. Oh, dear me. If we grab some of these, they also have yellow rupees in, which is handy. Oh, that's just a heart. Now, what we want to do here is... Oh! Ow! Wow. We're back in this room, guys. I wanted to be in a slightly different position to where we are. So, let's climb back up here. And then if we grapple back up here, we can be back up there. So that's handy. At least that gives us a way back to the central bit if you needed that for whatever reason. But what we actually need to do is grapple onto here. Then from there, lower yourself down. That's what I was attempting to do before I got murdered by a Helmasaur even. And then from here, grapple into this thing. Iron boots. Ow! That really actually did quite a lot of damage. You fall really fast when you're wearing the iron boots. Now, we're pretty much towards the end of the dungeon now. We've just got to head through here. And you could have come across to this gorge thing at any time, but you wouldn't have really been able to do anything because A, you didn't have the double claw shots, and B, these windmill things that were on weren't spinning anyway because the wind wasn't there, so there was absolutely no point in doing so. But yeah, City in the Sky. I like it. It's kind of got some cool puzzles, which do make you think a fair bit, and the design of it is really cool, being like a bloody floating city and all that. Definitely got a kind of vertiginous golf feeling to it. If you haven't watched that series with me and the boy did, please do. It's great. Imagine City in the Sky, except that you're not fighting a dragon or anything. You're just playing futuristic dystopian steampunk golf. It's glorious. Anyway, little secret here. Come behind this fan blade, and you can grab that, which contains a purple rupee. Holy shit, as I say, there are a lot of chests here. Ooh. Now, we can... I believe one of these has something of use in it. Nope, that was a lie. Yeah, now we can head through here. I think that's every chest in the dungeon now, apart from there's one we missed which had bombs in, and another one we missed which had arrows in, but I don't think there are any more upcoming. Now, this is weird. This is really weird. Remember when we fought the Aerofoss? Now there's two of them. Yes, we all know with Zelda games that kind of dungeon bosses, like mini-bosses, get underpowered as it goes on. That kind of you start off as in something that may be a mini-boss in an early dungeon is just becomes a regular enemy in later dungeons. But it's weird for that to actually happen in literally the same dungeon. But these ones don't do the second phase, the other one does when it flies around. And I think they just have less health generally. It's worth noting as well, because I never got the chance to talk about the other one. Don't grapple them when you're on the ground. If you grapple them on the ground, you go flying towards them, they stick their sword out, and you just fly, like, I'll show you, just grapple straight into their face, and you just grapple your face straight into their sword. So probably don't do that. We should have this one nearly killed. Nope. Let's go for the other one then. Yeah, it's weird to have it, like, set up as a mini-boss, which is really cool, and then have you fight two of them at the same time within the same dungeon. It's just like, yeah, they're not a threat anymore, apparently. It's a shame there's no better way of fighting them than have the double claw shot, so you can't, like, grapple off one and onto the other or something cool like that. Anyway, with them defeated... Ooh! Man, such rupees. We basically just need to make our way up this tower, which is done mostly with the double claw shots. Let's hit that switch. Let's hit that switch. Oh my goodness! There we go. And that starts this spinning. And now it's just a matter of lining these up. Actually, I'm going to speed through this, to be honest, because we're getting somewhat towards the end of the episode, and I don't want this one to drag on forever, and this is a very slow part, so... And simply enough, that's it. Now I believe this is a weird one because it doesn't give you a fairy. The fairy, if you remember a couple of episodes ago, we got downstairs. It's really weird. Anyway, here's the big key door. Still love that lock animation, looks well cool. Now, this mega threw me the first time I did it. If you try and go up here, the platform just stops, and it seems there's no way up. And indeed, there is not. You actually need to come around here, grapple onto this thing, and then grapple up from there. Really not obvious, and I remember spending about 20 minutes when I first did it, just like, I can't go up, game's broken. Recognize this bit from where we saw that shadowy dragon flying around earlier? Indeed. Let's go. Indeed! Now we face my major issue with this dungeon, quite frankly. Yes. This is Argorok, the Twilight Dragon, which in the look of it is some bastard offspring of the Helmrock King from Twilight Princess, from Wind Waker, and Valoo, also from Wind Waker. Because he's an armored dragon, but he's got like a claw-shot looking tail, which should tell you something about how we're going to fight him. But yeah, this dungeon is great, and it builds up really well, and it's a really just nicely designed dungeon. The boss, unfortunately, is a classic example. It's like Morpheal in this game. It should, and Stout-Lord as well to a certain degree, it should be cool. It really should be, but it's not. You basically wait for it, that's your chance, you grapple onto the tail, and once you're hanging from it, gotta pull him down to the ground with the iron boots. And now we just wait for another chance to do that. He doesn't really seem to have any attacks. Like, this is he's such an obvious target, and this is such a massive arena. It's not like the Helmrock King from Wind Waker, where occasionally you'd actually get out of the way of him, you get stuck in the way of him, and he'd hit you or something like that. It's pretty easy, I'm gonna see if I can do it actually, to do this entire boss without taking any damage, which is quite frankly ridiculous. For what should be cool, like you're on top of this giant tower finding a really cool dragon in a floating city in the sky. This should be really cool, and I think that's what annoys me more than anything else. It's not just that it's a bad idea, it's an idea that should have gone well, but something went badly wrong with it. The music is very unmemorable as well. Which is strange, because like the music in this game, whatever else you say about this game, generally the music is pretty on point on it, but this boss is it's just bland. Anyway, what we need to do now is he's roosting up there, and we need to get up to him, which involves grappling. So at least here we actually finally get a chance to use the double claw shots, and you kind of grapple between these things. They look like some kind of solar panel thing. They've got a very Metroid Prime kind of look. Once you're high enough, he'll fly off, grapple into his tail again, and pull him down. Now, this should tell you everything you need to know about this boss. Argorok. The boss so uncool that even the addition of a thunderstorm does not make the boss fight any cooler. Yeah, the boss fight, the thunderstorm, weirdly enough, is, I presume, involved with getting those pea hats in the air, because I figure they're plants, they kind of respond to the rain by going up. They've got a really creepy design, actually, the pea hats on this, but they form this circle here, which you can just grapple around. He's in the middle there, and what you need to do is wait for him to target you. And then he'll breathe fire on you. But he won't breathe fire on you as such, he'll breathe fire on where you were, and will move slowly around, and you've just got to grapple to keep ahead of him. Again, should be fun, isn't, because literally I'm holding Z down, and I'm just pressing B, B, And you just keep doing that until eventually you get behind him, and then you will be able to target him in the center. Oh, you can't do it with an L target. You've actually got to target him manually, and then you're on his back. Waggle your sword here. That's kind of fun. It's annoying. I don't know why I said annoying. I was trying to say my things on the rhythm of stabbing him. For some reason, you ride him down all the way, but a backflip off is enough to make you fine. You haven't got a chance to lay into him on the ground there. That was your damage done to him. I think that's probably one of the things. It doesn't have really a moment when you lay. It feels like it's got all the things that Morpheal did wrong. But actually, I was going to say without the things that Morpheal did right, but Morpheal also did very little right. It's also weird in that first part. It always unnerves me because he takes 2 hits to change form, not 3. Or 5, like in every Zelda game and every Nintendo game pretty much. He takes 2, and that's just disturbing, quite frankly. Right, let's wait for him to have a little breathe on us. He's got a cool looking tongue though. I'm just really looking for positives. The design on Argorok with the armor and without the armor is quite cool, I'll give you that. But beyond that, there is not a great deal I can say. I'm genuinely worried this might be one of those boss fights I actually have to cut slightly on it because I'm just doing the same thing. Anyway, let's do this again and get your sword out. There's one tiny little thing you can do in this boss fight that is interesting, that's kind of unique. And you'll see what it is next time we attack on him. It's got the same music as Morpheal there as well. Yeah. At least he does... He kind of switches things up a bit now. Partly he's trying to breathe on you at this point, so you've got to keep moving and keep above him here. Oh! Like I didn't do there. Okay, well, there goes my ideas of trying to beat Argorok without taking any damage. But you see how it would be theoretically possible if I wasn't talking to you at the same time, distracting me as ever, viewer, damn it. Then I might have been able to pull off that silly feat. Actually, we're still on track at the moment for this to be another Immortal LP, which I don't die during the entire thing, which would be cool if I can do it again. I did it for Wind Waker, did it for Star Fox Adventures, definitely didn't do it for Mass Effect. So yeah, I like doing those where I can. I don't count it if I die and have to use a fairy, which I also still don't think I've done in this. But still, that doesn't count as dying. Like, game overless is my point. And I should be able to do it with this one. Well, we'll see, but I've got a shit ton of hearts. We're about to get another heart container, obviously, when we beat this guy. Anyway, once you're behind him again... Oh, yeah, this is the thing. He turns around here and... breathes in front of you, so you do have to stop and switch direction. Almost makes it interesting, doesn't it? Argorok. It just so saddens, because it really does almost... Not quite, but it's damn near puts a dampener on the city in the sky, just having an utterly unmemorable boss in what should be an otherwise cool thing. Anyway, we can do something unique here, as I say. If we grapple onto him, when you get your sword out, don't actually start stabbing him. Wait for it. Oh, and you can press A. And you can actually do a finishing blow on him. Doctor, you did it! It's the 4th shard. Now we have them all. Hey, Doctor. The words of the sages, do you remember them? Only the true ruler of the Twilight can destroy the Mirror of Twilight. Zant could only break the mirror into shards. He couldn't utterly shatter it. That's proof of his false kingship. Doctor, we have to hurry. To the mirror chamber. After all, a fake is a fake, and no matter how much you dress it up, the real thing always wins. Well, we at least get a heart container for our efforts in defeating the Dragon of Disappointment. And with that, let's head out. We'll hold the episode there, to be honest. Just because there's no point in starting anything new on it, because I've already been at like 25 minutes for this. So, yes. We've gone through the city in the sky, we've beaten Argorok, and we've got the final mirror shard. Next episode, we'll be doing a few more little bits of cleanup before we go to the mirror chamber and assemble the Mirror of Twilight there. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you join me next time. Good day.